For years, the old Millfield house stood abandoned at the edge of town. Its once grand structure now decaying, hidden beneath layers of ivy and broken windows. Locals spoke of its cursed history. The family that once lived there had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only whispers of their fate. No one dared go near the house, but one rainy night, a group of curious friends decided to explore it. They wanted to prove the tales of hauntings and disappearances were nothing but superstition. Armed with flashlights and a camera, they crossed the overgrown yard and stepped into the darkened threshold. The air inside the house was thick and stale, like it hadn't been disturbed for decades. The floor creaked beneath their feet as they walked deeper into the halls. Each room they passed was filled with remnants of the past, dusty furniture, rotting portraits, and the faint smell of mildew. But the deeper they ventured, the more they felt it, an uneasy presence, as though something was watching them. As they entered the main living room, the temperature suddenly dropped. A low, almost inaudible sound filled the room's soft whispers, as though a crowd of people were murmuring just out of sight. The friends looked around, uneasily chuckling at the eerie atmosphere. Suddenly, the whispers grew louder, more distinct, like they were calling their names. Mark, the most skeptical of the group, tried to call out, but his voice was drowned by the rising voices all around them. Leave, before it's too late. Without warning, the door slammed shut, and the whispers turned into guttural, disembodied voices, screaming in agony. The floor beneath their feet began to shake, and shadowy figures emerged from the corners of the room, their eyes glowing an unnatural red. Emily reached for the door, but it wouldn't budge. The room seemed to close in on them. And then, in the blink of an eye, everything stopped. The house fell silent. The friends stood frozen, their hearts pounding, sweat dripping down their faces. The figures had disappeared. The door opened easily. Trembling, they rushed out into the night, not daring to look back. But when they checked the footage on the camera later that night, they found something horrifying. In every frame, in the reflection of the broken mirrors, they could see the faces of the family pale, gaunt, and staring back at them. The Millfield house was never abandoned. It was waiting,